Hello again. We are continuing our discussion on polynomials by talking about how to multiply a polynomial by a monomial. So the thing that we're going to use is something you've already heard of called the distributive property, but now we're using letters and numbers to do this. So we need to remember how to multiply. So say, for example, I have 2ab times 3a squared b cubed plus 7a minus 8b minus 5. And all of that is in parentheses. Well, what we have to do, we have to remember that when we are multiplying two of the same letter, we will add the exponents together. And but the big numbers, we will just multiply those the same as we always have. So my answer here is going to be 6a to the third b to the fourth plus 14a squared b minus 16ab squared minus 10ab. And I get that by taking that outside number, that 2ab, and multiplying it by each term inside the parentheses separately, just like I always do with distributive property. You can also use what's called the box method to do this. So let me just set that up for you. I've got the stuff that's in parentheses is going to go along the top of the box. So 3a squared b cubed plus 7a minus 8b and minus 5. And then on the left-hand column, I'm going to put what's outside the parentheses. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply 2ab by whatever is at the top of the column and write the answer underneath. So 2ab times 3a squared b cubed would be 6a cubed b to the fourth. And then 2ab times 7a would give me 14a squared b. And then 2ab times negative 8b would give me negative 16ab squared. And then 2ab times negative 5 would give me negative 10ab. So that's my answer right there. And it's the same that I got when I used distributive property. Simplifying expressions, so let's say I had to use distributive property twice. Let's say I have 5x times x squared minus 3x plus 9 in parentheses, plus 7 times x squared plus 2x plus 1 in parentheses. Well, let me set up two boxes. The first one is going to have the x squared minus 3x plus 9 along the top and 5x in the first row. And so when I multiply that out, 5x times x squared is going to be 5x to the third. 5x times negative 3x is going to be negative 15x squared. And 5x times 9 is going to be 45x. Okay, so that's what I get when I multiply out the first set of parentheses. When I work on the second set of parentheses, if I put x squared plus 2x minus 1 along the top and 7 at the front of that row, and use multiplication again, 7 times x squared is 7x squared, 7 times 2x is 14x, and 7 times negative 1 is negative 7. So that's my answer to that one. And now remember, I'm adding these results together, so that's what it looks like when I add those results together. And now think back to when we were adding like terms. I can only add x cubes to x cubes, x squareds to x squareds, x's to x's, and constants to constants. So that 5x to the third is not going to be added to anything else. It will be by itself. I have two x squared terms that I need to add together, two x terms I need to add together, and then one constant at the very end. So all of this simplifies to 5x to the third minus 8x squared plus 59x minus 7. All right, now let's talk about evaluating polynomials. This is where you have a polynomial and you are allowed to replace the letter with a number, and you're told what number to replace that letter with. So for example, if a triangle has base b and the height is expressed as 2b plus 8, then I need to find the area if the base b is equal to 3. Well, the area is going to be 1/2 times base times height. That's a formula for the area of every triangle. And so if I replace the height with what I'm told it is, then it's going to be 1/2 times the base times 2b plus 8, because that's what I was told the height of the triangle was. Okay, so this is another example of where I have to multiply something outside parentheses by everything that's being added together inside parentheses. So I've got 2b plus 8 inside the parentheses along the top, and then 1/2 b out front. So I multiply that 1/2 b by what's at the top of every column. So 1/2 b times 2b is 1b squared, and 1/2 b times 8 is 4b. So the area of the triangle before I replace b with anything is going to be b squared plus 4b. All right, and now I replace b with the number 3 because I was told that b was equal to 3, and so now my b squared plus 4b becomes 3 squared plus 4 times 3, and that is 9 plus 12, which is 21. So that's the area of that triangle. Okay, and the last thing we're going to talk about is solving equations. So let's say I have this equation. Well, I've got a bunch of parentheses in here. All of them have something out front that needs to be multiplied. So let's do that. X times x plus 1 will have to be multiplied. X times x minus 4, 2x times x plus 7, and 3 times x minus 20. And if I multiply that out, I get x squared plus x from the first, then x squared minus 4x. Then the next multiplication gives me 2x squared plus 14x, and the last multiplication gives me 3x minus 60. So this is what I need to solve. Okay, these are my x squareds. I have 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Those are my x's, and then I've got a constant on the right. So on the left, I've got 2x squared minus 3x, and on the right, I've got 2x squared plus 17x minus 60. Well, the 2x squared on each side I can subtract off, so those go away. Then I can add negative 17x to both sides, and that gives me negative 20x equals negative 60. And so the last thing to do is to divide both sides by negative 20, and that gives me x equals 3. So that's the solution to that equation. That's the only solution to that equation. All right, and that is multiplying monomials by polynomials by using distributive property or box method. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you tomorrow.